Welcome to Comfort Island number 2. And for the moment, this is my last video, so I can finish playing my video game of Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, let me drop this. This video is about better police training. To be honest, because of the videos that I showed in the previous 2 videos, or at least one of the previous videos. Look, man, cops gotta understand how to approach people, and people have to understand how cops approach them. Now, 9 times out of 10, if you're having a bad day, getting pulled over by the cops ain't helping it one damn bit. And that's gonna be an issue. But you have to learn how to shut that damn shit off when those blue lights come on. You have to calm your fucking ass down. Pardon my French. You have to calm down. That's the first thing. The cops come over, you have to calm down. And if you're a wise young man of color and you haven't been out committing any crimes, then you shouldn't have a problem. Also, if you hang out with people who do drugs, don't give them rides in your car, because they generally leave shit behind. So don't give them rides in your car. You know they do drugs? Don't give them rides in your car. I'm sorry. Even if they're your best friend. Nope, you do drugs, dude. I can't have you getting me hemmed up on your shit, because weed seeds do fall out. I let my uncle drive my car one time, and before I went to work, I thoroughly cleaned that car out, because I knew. Because one time he had left a joint in my car, and I took that shit into the house and chewed his ass out for that shit. It's like, no, there's no weed in my car. I said, it's my car. I pay for that motherfucker. You do not put weed in my car. You do not go pick up weed. You do not drive anywhere with weed people in my car. I said, because if I get pulled over and I lose my life and my freedom for your weed, it's going to be a fucking problem. I don't do drugs. And if you're going to do drugs, I'm not going to stop you. I don't have the right to knock anything that you do with your life, but I shouldn't have to bear the consequences of your stupidity. I don't do drugs. Don't put that shit in my car. It's just that simple. I pay for the car. I bust my ass on my job to keep my car. You don't have the right to fuck me out of my life because you decided, hey, I'm going to go smoke weed in my nephew's car. No, fuck that. We had a big argument about that shit. And I said, you can't use my car if you're going to give weed shit. And every time I used my car, before I went anywhere, clean the car out. Clean the car out. It's like, nope. Clean the car out. It's like, nope. You're not dropping shit in my car. I found weed seeds in my car, my little green machine. It's like, nope. Nope. Hell no. I say, because if I get pulled over, I'm young, I'm black. Even if they don't think I'm black, they're still going to see a young black man with weed in the car, 15 to 20, for one weed seed, for shit that I had no part of, that it wasn't even my fucking weed. You think my uncle's going to confess? Yeah, that was my weed. Fuck no, he's not going to confess. No one's going to confess to doing wrong shit. He'll let me do that 15. Almost guaranteed he'd let me do that 15. Even if it was my first offense. He let me do that 15 before he confessed to that shit. Because that's what people do. So I don't have anybody who does drugs get in my car. I said, nope. I said, you're not getting in my car if you have drugs. Not alcohol. I can let you slide with alcohol. I can let you slide with a little bit of Henny. But like shit that they can lock your ass up for, like weed, crack, coke, anything that you can inject or snort, hell no, you ain't getting in my damn car. No. And if you do get in my car, you better believe the first place I'm stopping after I drop you off is a motherfucking car wash with a power vacuum sucking every bit of shit out of my car. Even trash that I need to keep is gone. Fuck that shit. Now, let's get on to the point of this video. Police officers, they need training. They need sensitivity training. They need training on how to talk to people, how to approach people. They need training on how to deal with someone who's autistic. This is the time that we need to give them the training and the funds. Do not defund the police. Reallocate the money into their training. Period. Put them in sensitivity classes. Put them in better takedown classes. Put them in speaking to people and approaching them as like, look, I would much rather hear, hello, sir, how are you doing today? Versus, hey, motherfucker, you know how fast you were going? Or my favorite, hey, boy, you know how fast you were going? First off, I'm well past 21, so don't call me no damn boy. Second off, just because my skin is darker than yours does not give you the right to call me boy. I have a name. Yes, I am a male. Yes, I am a straight male. But I still have a name, and boy ain't it. In fact, any cop caught calling someone that they pull over boy should be suspended without pay, so that they'll learn, yeah, hey, maybe I really should approach somebody with, "Hi, sir, how are you doing today?" And you can have your gun at the ready. I get that. I'm a vet. I know what you guys go through. I'm a vet. They taught us what we will all go through when we get across seas to fight motherfuckers. You need to have your gun at the ready. But at that same time, for a traffic sticker, for a traffic ticket, there's nothing wrong with you being at the ready. But 9 times out of 10, someone like me, I don't own a gun. I don't like guns. I got some knives in the car, but I'm not gonna be fast enough to get to that knife in the glove box before you lay me down to death. I'm not gonna be fast enough to get to the knife in the back of the tackle box where all my tools are to get to that gun. I have a wooden sword. I have short sticks in the car. That's it. I have some martial art weapons in the car. No throwing stars. Because either way, I'm not faster than a fucking bullet. I live in reality. I can't morph and do flash shit and do all that. No, I can't do that. But here's the thing. In my time of getting speeding tickets, I've had maybe 3 officers, maybe 3 of them, actually speak to me like I was a human being. Those 3 tickets went by smoothly. I still got my tickets. The last ticket I got, I had my yellow car, and a bike officer, he seen me. Shout out to Puffy Amiyumi, because I was jamming the Puffy Amiyumi, and I was riding up Dairy Road, just jamming. I never, not once, looked at that speedometer. Not once. Wide open. The sign on the street is 25. I was doing every bit of 35. I kid you not. I was over the speed limit by about 10 miles an hour. Won't even thinking about this shit. I broke around that corner, shifting gears, jamming. Hi, Puffy Amiyumi show. Just jamming. And he stepped out in the street, flagged me over. "Excuse me, young man. I know you weren't looking at your speedometer, were you?" I was like, "No, sir." It's like, "I know. I seen you when you came around that corner. Your head was bopping. I don't know what the hell that shit is you're listening to. But I know it's not English. But I can hear it when you came around the corner, which is why I know you weren't looking at your speedometer." And we had a good conversation. And he actually showed up at court. And, he was there for me. We shook hands there and at court. And I was like, "Yeah, I thank you, man. And I'm not mad that you gave me a ticket. I paid the damn ticket. It's not a big fucking deal." And I was at fault. Now, the other 2 times that I had decent officers, again, probably listened to music, wasn't looking at my speedometer. I was honest about the shit. No, I really didn't know how fast I was going. I really didn't give a damn. I was just jamming. And it happens. Now, a few other times that I've had speeding tickets, I paid my tickets, but the officers were dicks. "Hey, boy." And I got that one, "Excuse me, miss." And that was the one that I didn't have to pay because the guy was like really going after brown chicks because he was trying to get dates and shit like that. And the judge used me to fry the guy. So, you can't abuse your power. Simple as that. You can't abuse your power just because you have a badge. You have to be respectful. You have a badge. It is your job to protect me. Even if I'm speeding and you're protecting me from myself, you still have the approach method. So here's what I say that we need. Instead of refunding the police, we need to give them better training. We need to give them sensitivity training. We need to get them a therapist so that whenever they go through, they have to spend at least 1 hour during the week at the therapist. They have to spend 1 hour doing their time in the sensitivity class. We have to give them drill training where you pull over a person and it's all in controlled environment. You can just like do it in the parking lot at the police station or at the fire station. You pull a person over and you do this shit for an hour. Pull them over and have the cop walk up to them and make sure the other person in the car is also a cop. So that way, a cop that they don't know, but they know it's a cop. So make sure they pull them over and say, "All right, when you approach this cop, when you approach this car rather, you approach this person as if they are a human being and not just some asshole that pissed you off." And then you teach them that shit, And then each time, here's how you do this. Each cop that's pulling over a cop, make sure that the cop that they're pulling over is a minority. So if the cop is black, if the cop is white, if the cop is Asian, and then do it again with the cops being male, female. And if you can be lucky enough to find an actor to play a transgender cop, do that. Or if there is a transgender cop, do that. Because this way, and an autistic person, this way they'll get the training that they need. So That they won't just go half cock and reach in and try to grab people and stuff that they don't need to do. No, that's what they need to do. And then after that, you have psychiatry training. Then you have the sensitivity. You have the physicality training so that they can learn how to take people down with certain moves, like a martial art move where it doesn't involve putting your knee in somebody's neck or their back or some shit like that, and side mounting and all that other stuff. So they need to learn these things so that they can have protection. And then they have to learn how to assess what's a dangerous situation versus, alright, the Burger King guy. They had the guy's address. They could have let him go home and went and picked him up the next day. However, flipping that script, the Burger King guy also should not have resisted and fought back when he was perfectly handcuffed. All he had to do was just go to jail that night, come home. Too much like right, and a lot of people just won't do what's right because it's too much like the right thing to do, so they just refuse. And we have to do that. As citizens and as cops who are also citizens, y'all need to have an outreach program to American youth, specifically the black youth, because all black men in all 50 states in every city are dreadfully afraid of the cops. Dreadfully afraid of the cops. We shouldn't be, but we are. I'm not afraid of the cops. But I also don't go out and do anything stupid. 10 and 2. Do what they tell you to do. I want to comply so that my ass don't die. After processing and after they run me, it's really not going to be much more they can do but put me in the cell. When my time to make my phone call comes, I'm going to make that phone call. And I'm going to say, look, I've been arrested. Come down here and see what's going on and see how much it costs to get me the fuck out. Do that. But when you resist arrest and do all the other stuff, this is how these George Floyds happen. These are how all these deaths happen that are absurd, that don't have to happen. This is the loss of life. So again, psychiatry class, a martial art class for takedowns that don't involve somebody getting seriously hurt and having their neck put the knee on someone's neck, a sensitivity talking class, an approachment training, pulling over and speaking to the opponent training. Yeah, it's going to cost money, but you have the resources and you just don't want to put the training in. Put in the training. Make it a mandate for all cops to do that. Except maybe the cops that don't ever leave the police station. Like the running charge sergeant or whatever. He's like, we're the booking people. They probably should have to take it too. But just in case, you guys got to figure that shit out so that people stop dying on the streets. Kung Fu Havoc number 2, BC and U.